Welcome to Tech Tip Daily. Today I'll be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to truly optimize your image generation when utilizing ChatGPT. So to begin, simply open up your chat.openai.com, go to that URL for ChatGPT or chatgpt.com, and once you're there, we're going to go to SORA. Our image generation isn't going to be with ChatGPT directly, it's going to be with their app SORA, so we'll go ahead and click that. Take note that you do need the upgraded plan to utilize SORA. It is not for free users, so go ahead and do that. Now, once we're in SORA, we're going to go ahead and begin the process of prompting to create the image that we're looking for. So to begin, we're going to want to adjust the resolution. We're going to want it to be 720p. It's the highest available that we have. And we're going to create it for a one-to-one image in this case. And we want it to be an image, not a video. We're not doing a video right now, but this would apply for a video as well. And we're going to do 2 image generations. So one of the first things that would be great to do is tell ChatGPT exactly what angle you would like. So I would like a photo from a third person view. And you could say overhead. So that gives us a concept of the exact positioning that we'll be looking for. And you can add more details to that as you like, but just for the general thing that we're doing here, we'll just use it like that. You would want to also include lighting. So I'll say include soft evening lighting, similar to sunset. You can also adjust, another thing would be important is the overall coloring. In this case, we're going to go ahead and say, please, sunset, have the color be monochrome. And we'll also want to give it a overall setting. We're going to say it takes place in the 1950s. At a diner, and we can include its overall emotional tone. That way we can say it has a melancholic tone. Now, this is just preparing us for what we're going to be telling it to do included in the photo, but we also need to basically create an overall subject. So I want a photo of a man sitting at a diner enjoying coffee with others. Very general, but this is just to give you an idea of how it'll operate. So I want a photo of a man sitting at a diner enjoying coffee with others. I would like, we'll just say the photo, so we'll correct this, the photo from a third-person view, overhead. Well, we won't say overhead, we're just going to say third-person view, because in this case it might not apply properly. Include soft evening lighting, similar to sunset. Have the color be monochrome. It takes place in the 1950s at a diner, and it has a melancholic tone. You can also say, I would like the art drawn in a painting style. That way it has an understanding of exactly what we're looking for, as opposed to creating something like this here that's more realistic. We want it more in a painting style. And I've noticed that it also helps to basically tell ChatGPT, or SORA in this case, to please highlight all of the unique features. Features that you create, because it is creating it for us. Make sure that you use that prompt specifically. And then at this point, you can go ahead and add extra details that you'd want included in the scene. But this is typically enough for the general setting of what you're creating. In this case, I would say, please include a waiter that is serving the man, and give the diner red and white color scheme. And that's enough details just to give you the gist of what we're doing here, and we're going to go ahead and generate the image. Now obviously, because of the detailed concept that we're creating, it might take a little longer, but usually it's created within 2 to 5 minutes at most. And then just like that, we can see that it generated the image as we asked, and we have 2 variations as we asked it to do. And as you can see, both of them follow the exact prompt that we created and gave us almost exactly what we were looking for. So that is the absolute key with image generation when using SORA or ChatGPT in general, is to basically give it as much detail as possible with the right constraints, so that way it can actually understand what it wants to create for you. So that way, as we said earlier, going over those different prompts help it understand exactly what you're looking for and help it create the image to the exact detail that you're asking for. So we can go ahead and take a look at our thing once again and look at our prompt just to give you perspective on what we asked. So we gave it the details of what we were asking for initially. So I want a photo of a man sitting at a diner enjoying a coffee with others. So that gives it the understanding of what we're looking for at its core. Then we give it the more important details, where I would like the photo from a third-person view. That gives us the overhead kind of angle. That's very important. So the framing of what you're asking for includes soft evening lighting similar to sunset. Have the color monochrome. That understands exactly what we're asking for in terms of color scheme. It takes place in the 1950s at a diner, and it has a melancholic tone. It creates the sad imagery as we asked for, and it gives it an exact context of what time frame we're looking for in terms of dress and around it with the other people around. I would like the art drawn in a painting style. As you can see, it followed that exactly like we asked for. That way it wasn't more realistic. We're getting something that is more painting oriented. You're giving it the exact art style. Please highlight all of the unique features that you create. So as you can see, it actually highlighted like the bow tie and the coffee and all that other stuff. And the unique feature. And then please include a waiter that's serving the man. As you can see, they follow that suit. That kind of ties into the overall context and image generation that we were asking for. And give the diner a red and white color scheme, which is exactly what happened in the background here. You can see it is red and white under the same painting style. And that is basically how you can optimize ChatGPT's image generation, especially using SORA, by utilizing the correct prompts and making sure that you're as detailed as possible to get the exact image that you're looking for. So always remember the prompts that we gave you and how to utilize them. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.